There's compelling evidence that the law enforcement response to the attack at Robb Elementary was an abject failure and antithetical to everything we've learned over the last 2 decades since the Columbine massacre.
This police body cam footage released Sunday shows the moments officers entered Robb Elementary as a gunman took the lives of children and teachers.
Careful, guys, shot fire.
The officers seen in the hallway, inching towards the classroom with the attacker inside. But they retreat after taking fire. The police response highly criticized after this moment by state officials. Instead of confronting the gunman again, officers can be seen waiting for backup. At this point, the gunman has been inside the classroom for at least 10 minutes. Then we see a first look at the district's chief of police, Chief Arredondo. He's faced widespread backlash for not breaching the classroom as soon as possible. In the footage, you hear him trying to negotiate with the gunman.
Could you tell me your name? Anything I can know, please? Retired LAPD Sergeant Cheryl Dorsey.
To hear him try to negotiate with an active shooter real time as those babies were being massacred is just nonsensical. It is a clear lack of leadership and incompetence.
Please put your gun down, sir. We don't want anybody else hurt.
This as wounded children lay dying inside a classroom.
You have a child on the line. He is in a room full of victims.
A 911 dispatcher informs officers a child is alive in the classroom. At this point, the gunman has been in the school for almost 40 minutes, and police have been there about the same time. Another round of gunfire is then heard. Arredondo.
Sir, if you can hear me, please put your firearm down, sir.
The shooter has been in the classroom for almost an hour at this point in the video.
You know, a lot of people have questioned why it took close to an hour to get into that classroom with the gunman and the students. What's Arredondo's reasoning for that delay?
In short, his reasoning is a locked door, no key.
You cannot lock this door from the inside of the classroom.
So the teacher could not even lock the classroom door from the inside?
That's correct. There's no way to lock the door from the inside, and there's no way for the subject to lock the door from the inside. He couldn't lock it from the inside. So the door was unsecured, and we've gone back and checked in our interviews, and did anybody touch the door and try it? You know, how about, do you need a key? Well, one of the things they teach you in active training, I'm sure that one of the experts can talk about it, how about trying the door and see if it's unlocked? No one had.
What we would conclude from your testimony today would be that no one tried the door.
We could never see anybody put their hand on the door, and of course, up until the breach.
Within 3 minutes of the shooter entering the school, 9 officers were in the school with rifles. Chief Arredondo, incident commander, said many times the officers in the school only had pistols.
We don't have enough firepower. Right now it's all pistols, and he has an AR-15. You can get the SWAT team set up. I need more firepower in here because we have pistols, and this guy's got a rifle.
What is the discrepancy? Which is fact?
The 2 officers had rifles. 3 minutes after the subject entered the West Building, there was a sufficient number of armed officers wearing body armor to isolate, distract, and neutralize the subject. The only thing stopping a hallway of dedicated officers from entering room 111 and 112 was the on-scene commander. The officers had weapons, the children had none. The officers had body armor, the children had none. The officers had training, the subject had none. 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 8 seconds. That's how long the children waited and the teachers waited in rooms 111 to be rescued. And while they waited, the on-scene commander waited for a radio and rifles. Then he waited for shields. Then he waited for SWAT. Lastly, he waited for a key that was never needed.